Hi travelers, Tara here, Hidden Lotus Tarot, and I'm coming to you today with a general reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for August 2016. Before I get started with the reading, I want to thank those of you who've kind of been waiting for me patiently to come back for my mini vacay for your readings. I'm getting started this evening, so I'll be contacting you for the scheduling. Those of you who are waiting on Akashic Records readings, we're going to start our scheduling tomorrow. For those of you who have already received your Akashic Records reading and you have been keeping in touch with me and letting me know how you're faring after the reading, I want to thank you. I appreciate that so much. And I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing fantastic. That's great. I have lowered the prices on my phone readings by $20. That's going to stand. I do offer video readings, and I also have, of course, the Akashic Records reading. If you want to go over to the website, you can click the little eye in the right hand corner of each video. That'll take you directly over to the site. My website address is also in the About section of the channel and beneath each video as I post it. If you don't get the video, I'm telling you people, because I'm moving through stuff. So it's like I'll put out a product. If you ask me for it, I put it out. But if I don't get a good response or at least some interest in it, I'll get rid of it and try to find something else that's going to work. And I don't want to do that because I know a lot of you guys like the video readings. So I also have prepaid tarot bundles. So go over to the site and take a look. Please subscribe because that's where I will announce when I'm doing specials or anything like that. I have a blog where I talk about some of the planetary influences that are coming up. Speaking of which, we do have the Pluto and Neptune retrograde. Uranus is going retrograde on the 28th or 29th, and then Mercury follows like the very next day. So again, we're going to be moving into August with 4 planets in retrograde. 2016 has been the year of retrogrades. We started out with 5, I believe. So as you know, per normal with Mercury retrograde, this is a time really not to start anything new if you can help it. If you have to, just cross your T's, dot your I's, be patient because it can speak to miscommunications, arguments, lost emails, lost information, screw ups in billing. So check everything, check it twice. It can also bring about old situations will return. Something that you thought was dead and gone makes resurfaces, and that's because typically it's either the universe trying to see how far have you grown since the last time, or there's still some unfinished business that needs to be conducted. Old lovers can come back, and that can bring a whole nother thing. Now, I'm not telling you that if you don't want to get back with the old lover and get your freak on, you can do that, but typically it never lasts. Okay, it's just the universe coming back in to test you to see how far have you really grown. Am I still going to play this game, or am I mature enough now to recognize what this is, what it was, and try to move on for something else that's really going to serve me in the best way? So this is a general reading. The messages will not resonate with everyone, in which case please check your moon and rising sign as they are posted. I have all of the rest of them done. I've got Capricorn done after this, and then all 12 signs will be ready to go. Do not please come under the video and ask me, how is the situation going to end for you? That is why I offer the personal phone readings and the video readings. That way I can tune into your specific energy with your specific situation and give you some specific answers to your specific questions. So this is just general. It will resonate with some and not with others. Some may resonate, some of the messages may resonate, and the rest of it don't. Take what you can, what you will, and discard what you can't. All right. We still have our Jupiter transit going on for Virgos. Yay. So make sure, because it ends, September 9th, and it'll be another 12 years before it runs around. So whatever abundant things, opportunities that you have, get on that crap. Get on it. Because what you're doing is you're laying the foundation to move into 2017 and 2018. All right. 7 cards. Oh, this is a new deck called the Prisma Visions Tarot by James Eade. I've been looking at this deck for a year. I finally broke down and got it. As a matter of fact, I had it delivered to me on my vacation. I was afraid that the deck would not speak. But the moment I unwrapped it and opened it, it started to speak. to me immediately. And what I mean by that is when I read cards, the way my intuition comes to me, the gift comes to me, my psychic ability comes to me through clear audience, hearing, clear hearing, and clear cognizance, clear knowing. Okay. And so when I say the cards speak to me, I literally mean that they talk to me. So if am I doing a reading? I say, well, that's it. I can't tell you anything else. I don't know. It's because they've stopped talking to me. Okay. And not all decks speak to me. I have a box over here with lots of decks in it that don't say squat, you know. So when you find a deck that speaks or that clicks with your intuition, then that's a great deck. And I'm really pleased. And thank you, James Eade, for this lovely deck. All right, 7 cards down. 2 of Wands. 2 of Swords. How funny. Knight of Swords. Now remember, we're ruled by Mercury as well as Gemini. And we know that the retrograde is coming up. But we also know that swords speak to not only communications, but thoughts, perceptions. The Tower. There is the Uranus energy. Now, I have Uranus in the 8th house. And I don't know how that's going to work for me. We shall see. But this is our focus card. The Ace of Wands. Well, that looks good so far. I am a Virgo sun. The Page of Pentacles. Last card down. The 3 of Pentacles. I don't know. This Jupiter energy is looking pretty good. Let's see what's underneath the bottom of the deck. The Hierophant. Well, there it is. Represents Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus rules the love, the wealth, the income, the beauty, the women. It is about your self-worth, your self-esteem, the possessions that you own on your own, the money that you make on your own, not that you get from other sources. It is about stability. It is about valuing yourself, as well as valuing, not only what others can give to you, but what you have to give, that balance, okay? Our focus in the center is the Tower card. Well, if that ain't stinking talking about Uranus retrograde coming up, and what this tells me is that something is going to occur. Some news is going to come in that is going to do one of 3 things. It is going to either allow a clearing of the air. It's going to bring about a clearing of the air. It is going to be a complete sudden realization of something. Okay? It is going to be the tearing down of old structures, because not only is it Tower Uranus, but it's a fire card. So it is going to be quick, unexpected, and it's going to come in and burn away all what is no longer necessary and make way for you to build something new. I want you to look at the imagery. That is a house sitting on a cliff. But even in the background of that, okay, there's the sun shining. Okay? So whatever this thing is, and it definitely is going to be some kind of news. The night has come in. No, it's an event. Nights bring events. This is an event. Something is going to occur, but it's going to bring about a brand new realization. This is a lightning bolt. This could literally even be a love at first sight kind of a thing. And it ends with these pentacles here. So there's some abundance coming out of this. This could also represent what this is. Taurus rules the 2nd house of the zodiac. And that is the opposite wheel of, it deals with home life and structures, okay? Stable foundations. Now, for some of us Virgos, and we don't like to make big moves, and we got to think everything through, and we got to have backup plans for our backup plans for our backup plans, and we got contingency plans, and we got secret plans. But truly, for some of us, we have decided that we're going to, for Virgos, throw caution to the wind and try to do something new. Okay? We have decided that we're going to strike out in a new direction. Okay? For some of us, we're still standing on that bank, thinking about it. But I think for some of us, and this is going from the past to the present or into the future. So if the energies have not started for you yet, they will be coming about. All right? And this is literally, we have an opportunity to do something new. We have an opportunity to choose a different path. We have an opportunity to experience not only a new journey or a new adventure, but also some new emotions brought about this. There's that moon card. Okay? All right? And then maybe some of us ain't so sure about it. And again, there's that moon card. There's the moon up there. Okay? And this Two of Swords, this guy has a blindfold on. He's sitting in the stinking snow. So this is us being divorced from our emotions, so to speak. Okay? It could be that we are literally separated from someone and we don't really see exactly what's going on. So we're going to reserve what we think about it. We have the desire to move forward. That's what the wand says. We're willing to do that. But maybe there is something that we don't see yet. Or maybe there's something that's being hidden from us. This is the sitting on the fence card for me, because not making a decision is also making a decision. It's the hoodwinked card. So is the person tricking you or are you tricking yourself? Okay. Now there's a butterfly above these two swords. And it's like the guy's sitting blindfolded and he's chopping at this butterfly. Well, butterflies represent a transformation, a new way of being, something ugly into something beautiful. But also it speaks to kind of a protection. So I have these two twos here. So we have the desire, okay, but there's something holding us back for transformation. And that's why this Knight comes in. And this Knight comes in, this is an event to me. This is something occurring. Now the imagery is this swan has come down and he's got a mouthful of teeth, which are swords. And there's that lone knight standing on that cliff with his sword drawn, and he stabs this goose in the mouth. He's preventing something from happening, something from swallowing him up. Now, because swords represents thoughts and communications, this could be literally your thoughts because you're coming from this Two of Swords space. This could be your thoughts coming down to overwhelm you. We're like computers, Virgos. We're able to look at the details and put stuff together and find. People say we're critical, but it's not really critical. It's that we're able to pinpoint the weaknesses in things. And sometimes those weaknesses can be critical weaknesses. So anyway, but there's a prevention of this. And he's standing his ground on something. But I think this is fighting against those thoughts, being overwhelmed by those thoughts, and having enough presence of mind to say, okay, stop now. But it's an event, and this event comes about suddenly. So no matter what it is that we're thinking here, something comes in quite suddenly. And then we have this Ace of Wands. This is not only a new spiritual journey, but this is also a brand new opportunity. Now, it's an ace, so we want to make sure that we're in the right space and frame of mind physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to take advantage of this opportunity that's going to come quite suddenly. As I say, I think unexpectedly, some news, night news event suddenly coming in that's going to change. I don't want to say everything, but it's going to change a lot of things. This is also a phallic symbol. As I say, this could be like love at first sight. It could be, great sex. The Tower with the Ace of Wands speaks to sparkling sexual encounter. Go on, Virgos, get it. And it's going to bring about an offer. Okay, there's an offer here coming. Now, if this is not a sparkling sexual encounter, as I just said, but a sudden event coming in that's going to put you on a new path to do something brand new, that's going to get your ambitions and your passions and your desire up, just know that you're going to be hearing about it, or you're going to be presented with it very soon. And there is some abundance here, because this guy is standing in a field of strawberries here. And all around this pentacle are these, I don't even know what to call them. I've been calling them like fairy dust, and I don't even like fairies, but that's the only way I can describe it. He's wrapped with this beautiful lily around him, as if to say it's a gift from heaven, the lotus blossom, the lily. There's warmth here. There is light here. There is something quite beautiful and comfortable coming through this gift. And we have the Three of Pentacles leaving. And the Three of Pentacles in the normal Rider-Waite deck is three people building something together. But what this says to me, there's one person here. There's one person. And what this says is that you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this is something that you yourself have built. Okay? You have built it up all on your own. Okay? And there, you know, there's been some missteps. There's that one miscolored brick there, something a little bit out of place. But nevertheless, you kept going. Okay? And again, you got this like fairy dust kind of falling out of this stained glass window, as if to say that the seeds have been planted. These seeds are protected from on high with the stained glass window. And even at the top, there's a strawberry up here in the tree. Now, don't ask me what strawberry is doing in the tree, because it don't grow in the tree, it grow on the ground. But there it is in the tree. Okay? So to me, that kind of says the promise of more fertility to come. It hasn't reached Earth yet. Okay? It's there, waiting to be plucked or ready to fall from the sky. And to me, it's a double message, because what comes up next is the Hierophant. And in a sense, this kind of ties in. I'm thinking about what the Hierophant does. The Hierophant speaks to organizations. He speaks to hierarchical structures. He speaks to government entities, universities, any place, corporations. He also speaks to social norms, doing the right thing. He can speak to marriages. He also is in the position of receiving knowledge from the fifth dimension, and then his job is to disseminate that information out. So to me, both of these kind of back things up as if it's protected up on high, and you're going to find out that indeed that there is something abundant here. There's a bull here, and he has a star at the top of his forehead. And then I have these two lilies here. And the two lilies, if you remember the idea on the Rider-Waite, he's got two keys at the bottom of his feet that speaks to secret knowledge. And maybe that's what the two lilies, that there's something, the key is coming. The key will be coming for you to unlock what the knowledge and what the protection is. You're going to be finding this out. Now, underneath the deck, I have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords, I want you to look at this. It is a bridge of swords. And this is literally maybe being carried away by your thoughts, but it can also speak to moving, not only moving psychologically, but also moving from one plateau to the next, or from one place to the next, bridging the gap in between. And it's led by butterflies. Even though that's a wintertime scene, there are two butterflies floating over, going across the bridge. So this is really the promise of a transformation, and underneath that is the Death card. I'm not going to go any further than that. Let's take a look at what, together I want to look at the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords to see what this sitting on the fence about, and what this event that comes in is speaking to us about here with the Knight. I don't need to read on the Tower. I think that is quite obvious what that's saying. There is an unexpected event coming, but it's going to bring about this Ace of Wands. So wherever this is, it's going to be something new. But at the same time, we have a page. It's like it's new, but it's not new. Maybe this could be the return of something, a second chance, an opportunity. Three of Pentacles, but it's something that you've been working on and, in a sense, manifesting it yourself. Okay? Because as you can see, there's a trail leading from that one wand. It's like you have sent your wishes out into the universe now, and you're about to embark upon that journey. So let's see. Two of Swords, Knight of Swords. Well, the liminal, a bond, a contract, nuptials, a marriage. Now, if this is not that for you in that sense, this could speak to a work endeavor, because I know not all of us are getting groovy in the love department. Gran Signore. This could represent a boss, but it's definitely a very, very important person to you in your life. And even the liminal speaks to the spiritual nature of this particular bond. The letterato. Someone thinking, trying to formulate. Maybe this is, you don't see that, okay? And maybe you're thinking that the person is being deceptive, but they're not. And maybe you're deceiving yourself thinking the person hasn't given it any more thought. Something's coming. He's just contemplating right now. See? And the thoughts eventually will have to come to an end, because that Knight stops it. Let's look at the Ace of Wands. A new opportunity. There are conversations. This tower, this change is going to bring about some new conversations, okay? And there will definitely be some endings, okay? But again, when there are endings, there are also beginnings. There are going to be changes coming in, okay? Changes. Now, we can look at the Yard's Lord and say that's a negative change, but maybe the negative change is whatever this is that you're going to have to leave behind. But it's not really negative, because look, it falls on the Ace. How can you have a brand new, fresh opportunity like this and it be negative? It's just a change, a definite change. Maybe the Yardlord comes out to say the change doesn't come the way you expected it to, or that you'd hoped it would. Sibilis. I believe the Hierophant was there. Let's take a look at what the Hierophant is trying to tell us. I don't know, Virgos. Denari, finances, or security, whatever your idea of security is, something stable and solid. Mercante, the man who makes contracts, negotiations, who plans things out, and who's thinking about something. The Hierophant, a new structure, a new partnership, a new something solid, something with structure, something. That's what I have for you, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I hope the messages help. And until next time, namaste.